I want to welcome you to Canyon's new studio. I mean, this is the first time that you've been here to Canyon's new studio?
It is. This is my first interview in the studio. I love it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well,
Yes.
it's good to have you here. The reason why we wanted to have you here, Dr. Ruys, is as now acting superintendent president, you bring a lot to this campus. And so we just wanted to get to know you better. You know, you've been here since 2001 here at College of the Canyons, and although most people know you, there might be a student or two and maybe a community member who may not know who you are. Can you just tell us a little bit about you and who you are?
I would love to. First, call me Jasmine. Let's make this nice and easy. I am the acting president right now, but I've been around for a while, like you said. I started in 2001 as a student services specialist in the student development office, which is now the campus life office. And I took ID cards, the little pictures, and I did minutes for the ASG. And I have now held 7 different positions at this campus. So I applied for and got a position over in Admissions and Records office, and then became the director of Admissions and Records, and then the dean of Enrollment Services, then the associate vice president of Enrollment Services, and then the vice president of Student Services, and now in this acting role. So I bring a lot of knowledge base in regards to working throughout the entire campus, but also the culture of which we love to live in within College of the Canyons. So that's kind of my job aspect of where I've been, but I've earned a couple of degrees along the way. I have my bachelor's degree in history, I have my master's degree in educational counseling, and then my doctorate in organizational leadership. Now, during all of that time, I had 2 lovely children. I got married to my husband first, right after I started working here. And then we had 2 kids. I have my older daughter plays Division I soccer over at Old Dominion University in Virginia. I miss her dearly. My youngest, who just graduated from high school, they're going to go to farrier school in October. So they're going to learn how to do horseshoeing and open their own business. So I'm so proud of my children. It's my joy. As you can see, I light up whenever I get to talk about my kids. But I also have 3 dogs. I have Scooby and Timber and Roxy, and I also play fantasy football. I mean, you really want to know what I do in my free time? I have 2 fantasy football teams, and I've been doing that for about 15 years. So I'd like to just have fun. I love sports. I love everything about sports. Played sports, coached sports. My husband works over at LA Mission College as the athletic director. So that's me in a nutshell. So
I love that. So I do have to slip in because I'm listening to you and it just sounds amazing. Of course, I wonder, how do you juggle it all? Like, what is your secret?
I don't know if there is a secret. Thank you for making it seem like I am juggling it all. But I think one of my big things is being in the moment. So wherever you're at, be at there. Give 100% of wherever you're at. So my kids know that when I'm with them 100%. When I'm at work, I'm giving 110%. I always want to make sure that I get to live in that moment, really take in whatever it is that's happening around us. It really makes it so that I appreciate everything I have in my life. And I think the secret is the support systems you build. So I have amazing teams all around me, whether it's my executive team here at COC, my family at home, my girlfriends who I get to go out with. I just have amazing support all around me.
I love that. I love that. So with all of your experience here at College of the Canyons, student services, dean of enrollment, I know that you've seen over the years so many different type of students that come through. So what does student success look like to you?
It's not defined in any one way because each student has their own journey, their own end game, their own goal that they want to work towards. So student success to me looks like, did you make it? Did you get to where you wanted to go, and were we able to help you get there? That's success. And that could be something as simple as, I want to learn Italian because I'm going to Italy next year, or I want to go to a 4-year school, and so I need this major to get to this place, and I want to do it in 2 years. Or, I want to earn a certificate so that I can go out and help in this industry right away. So my goal within student services has always been, let's meet the student where they're at. I'm not defining that success, the student is. So how do we then get them there? And what does that support system look like for them so that they can be successful? Is that the right classes? Is that financial aid? Is that the basic needs center? Is that just hey, how's it going today? And maybe you need an education plan. Maybe you want to join EOPS. I don't know what it is there is no one thing for every single student. So really, when we talk in student services, it's about that student who's in front of you right then. That's the first time they're asking you that question, even though I may have heard it 40 times that day. It's their first time. So how am I going to help them to ensure that they're successful? So my goal is always to make sure the student belongs, that they feel like they belong here. This place is the place that's going to get them to succeed. And then setting up that support system around them. Because usually when students don't continue on, it's not because of the classes, it's not because of here, it's the support systems they have. So how can I help build that to be able to do it?
Love that. Is that a sort of, because each school has a personality,
yes,
so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So what doesn't the community know, or what do you want them to know, that who COC is? Like, what's our vibe, as the kids say?
I like that. Our vibe. I feel like COC molds to whatever a student needs. So a lot of times I hear students will say like, well, I don't think I'm cut out for it. I don't think that that's my thing. COC kind of adapts to whatever that person is. So everyone truly does belong, because you don't have to be on this straightened path that somebody says you have to take, right? How many students have we talked to that, I want to be a nurse, but I can't stand blood? Okay, no problem. So let's find a healthcare profession that's going to help you where you're never going to have to worry about blood. We have that for you, So I think we adapt to whatever it is that a student needs. I want the community to know that it doesn't matter where you are in your life, you're going to live those next couple of years, so just come on in and get your schooling done in those years. No matter what, 2 years from now, you're either going to have your degree, your certificate, whatever it is, or you're not. So let us be part of that to help get you there. But we have so many aspects of this college. Think if you're in business and you just need some retraining for your own employees, we have that. If you just you don't want to pay for school, but you want to become a yoga instructor, we have that. Come on over to our non-credit classes and become that yoga instructor. So we just adapt to what that student needs, and we really do look at every single person as an individual, not as you're one of those numbers. Sometimes you walk into a school and you feel like, I'm a number here. We never want a student to feel like that. We really adapt to you. Yeah.
I love that.
I know that too, and that's why I've been here so long. I really do feel that and have lived that with all the people I've worked with. I think that the mindset of College of the Canyons is, you can do it. Tell us how we can help you do it, and we'll be there for you. Yeah.
I love that. And I feel like you truly believe that
I truly do. I truly do. And I have to tell you, I have said this a number of times. People have heard me say this always. I never wanted to leave college. I love going to college. So I ended up in the right place for me, right? I never had to leave college. The students that we work with never age. Everyone's always the same age, so am I. I haven't had to age because of that. I absolutely love college and what it can bring to people. I truly believe in, especially the mission of a community college, where it's for everybody. Everybody has a chance here. We're not serving the top, 1%. We're not serving the top 5%. We serve everybody, because everybody should have that access to education.
I love that. I love that. So let's talk about some of the recent events.
Sure.
There's been some special board meetings, very contentious. I know the last board meeting, September the 10th, a lot of decisions were made. There's a lot of speculation. Just would love to be able to understand and this is probably a two-part question in
Okay.
terms of explaining in a nutshell, which I know is difficult to do.
It
Explaining in a nutshell what has happened in,
Sure.
in terms of the decisions that have been made with David Andrus and the board's decision. And then just need to understand the governance. Like, how is it that all of the different stakeholders, you know, the COC Senate, the COC faculty association, just how is everyone involved?
Sure.
So if you could explain that, that would just be very helpful.
I would love to, and I'm going to start with your second part, because I think that understanding how a college works kind of can help us understand what we've kind of gone through that really long session. And so first, in a community college, we're governed by the state of California. We're a public entity. We have a state chancellor's office that gives us our guidance and kind of gives us the rules to play by that the legislators have set out for us. But every community college in California is governed by a local board. So we have our board of trustees. The board of trustees are elected within the community. So they are our community members, and all of us go to the ballot boxes and we decide who's going to be on our board of trustees. So that's kind of the government side of it. But then internally, we have a lot of governance structures within as well. So we have our student stakeholders, right? And right now they're kind of led by our Associated Student Government, right? So while we have 13, 15,000, however many students that have a voice, really we funnel that voice through our Associated Student Government. So every student should know who the student government is. Please go talk to them, let them know your voice, because we turn to them to really speak on behalf of students, especially like in our governance structure. So like you said, we have a lot of entities that we all come together. We call it shared governance. We have an academic senate, which represents our faculty. We have a classified senate, which represents our classified professionals. We also have our unions, right? Our unions for our full-time faculty, for our part-time faculty, for our classified. And then we have our administrators, who are really the managers across campus. We have our executive team, who is the vice presidents and the CEO. So all of those structures come together to help run the college. And so the entity itself is bigger than any one person. That's one of the great things about the community colleges. We have so many perspectives. We listen to each other. We really do participate in that shared governance structure so that we can hear and see everybody's perspective as to how things are going on the campus. So when it comes to a Board of Trustees meeting, our board, they're responsible for ensuring that a CEO is in place. So at our meeting, they selected me to be part of the acting president while we're in a transition to get a permanent president. So that's how the structure kind of worked.
Dr. Ruys was asked why she said yes to this role when she could have said no.
I said yes because I love this college. I love what we do for this college. And I want there to be stability. I want there to be a purpose for all of us. It was incredibly emotional. A lot of us have worked with David for a very long time, and I wanted to honor that work. I wanted to honor the time and energy all of us have put into it. So I feel like saying yes to that position was it was something I couldn't say no to. I felt a sense of purpose and a sense of, I guess, honor. You know, I was pretty taken aback, and so I feel a sense of duty to do that.
Have you and David had a chance to talk at all?
We have. He is very, very kind to me and helped me. We had what we called a mini transition meeting so that I knew what he was working on and how I could move forward. So he's incredibly helpful. One of the great things is that during this past couple of weeks as we're going through that transition, all those entities across campus, we've really come together to say, we are COC together, right? All of us together. You'll see we have stickers made of "We are COC," because it's bigger than any one of us. All of us together create COC, and that includes our students. Our students are our largest body on campus. So they're going to be our largest voice. They're going to be the ones that we need to listen to ensure that we're going forward in the right way. So even though, as we talked about, there's everything that's happening with the Board of Trustees and our transition in acting president and our search for a permanent president, the college continues because we are an entity that is moving forward for the success of our students. That's not going to be disrupted in any way. And I think both our students, our campus community, but also the community at large should know this college is amazing. We are built on a very strong foundation going forward, and we're going to continue to do that for our students. We have extraordinary people across this campus to bring us to that success that students are looking for.
That's perfect. Thank you for explaining that. It's very important.
And it is complex.
It is complex, and that's where I understand your concern, and especially your team in terms of, people have short attention spans. People read things quickly. They'll read a comment and think that is exactly what has taken place. So having you to be able to explain these things certainly helps. Now, are there rumors or anything that you would like to quell or talk about to say, you may have heard this, but this is the truth? Is there anything like that?
So I think that one of the things that I really want to kind of let the community know, let our students know, is that we're not rocky, we're not shaky, we're not we're not this entity that is kind of faltering in any way. We're continuing on. This college, I've been here 24 years, and I gotta say, I'm not the longest serving person here. We have some really long stability at this campus. And then we have all these new fresh ideas of people coming in as well. We're going to continue to do that. So I don't want the community to think that there's anything wrong at COC, because we're still going strong. We're still like, LA Times just had an article last week about how we're number 2 return on investment for a student to be able to get their degree and then make more money when they come out. Number 2 in LA County. LA County's pretty dang big. We have a lot of colleges within LA County. So we're pretty proud of that. We win awards all the time. Our students are incredibly successful. We had 2 students just get a Jack Kent Cook Award, scholarship. That's $50,000. That's not given out easily. And so our students are amazing and speak volumes to what COC provides. So I kind of let their success lead us and show us how great this college is.
I love that. Love that. I'm sure your life has been kind of taken an unplanned turn, and maybe you've been placed in a position like this for a reason. What sort of changes, now that you're in this very important position, what sort of changes or what sort of impact would you personally like to make during this time?
Oh, I hope to continue on with what I've done my whole career. Put students first. First and foremost, we put students first. And I think that as long as we keep that in motion, we're going to be just fine. Talk about big changes. My dad was very proud. He left me a voicemail. So I got to say that's one of the best things ever. I took him to lunch at Red Robin. So we had, it's just nice to make your parents proud. It's nice to make the people around you proud. But at the same time, I feel like the work that we have dedicated ourselves to at College of the Canyons, because if you ask anybody around, what's your why? Why are you here? They're going to say the students. Our faculty love being in the classroom to be with the students. Our classified professionals are there because of the students. They want to help with education. That's why they chose these jobs. And I think that by far, that just warms my heart. That's my why. That is why I give back to society. That's how I give back to society, is this job. And it makes me very proud. It makes my family proud. And I don't know, I feel content doing that.
I thank you so much for taking the time. You're very, very busy, and to take the time to come to Canyons News studio is we're really honored to
I
have
am
you here.
honored to be here.
I'm
I
so
love
honored.
Canyons News, so thank you.
Thank you so much.